I was somehow paralyzed. When I want to carry something, I will use one hand, bring this one to this one and hold. For me to walk from here as I'm walking, it was very difficult. But when I had this Emiral ELIXIR, I took it the first day, second day, third day, I was myself. I said, oh, this God is wonderful. Hallelujah. I lifted up my hand. I was able to lift up my hand as I'm lifting up. I was able to walk very well. I said, how? This solution is a magic solution.
It's a beautiful afternoon. Welcome. My name is Lily Posh. Right here with me, CEO of Emir Global, Eugene Emeka. And I also have right here with me, Dr. Christopher, right? Yes. And I also have a beautiful lady here with me by the name Young CEO. I'm actually here to tell us about Emir Global. And we'll be hearing that company called Emir Global, Emir Global. And I just want to ask you, Dr. Ambassador Eugene, please, what can you say about Emir Global?
Yeah, good day, Ambassador Lily Poch. It's a privilege. Now, you asked something about what's Emir Global all about, right? Now, Emir Global is an ideology. It's not just a company. It's a movement that God himself has created out for humanity purpose. For the few years or few times we've been experiencing different company, but we have never experienced this. Why? This is the first company that has come out with an ideology. What's the ideology on how to make humanity get well and become rich by solving problems? You know, the other part, people make money when people get sick. That is when they make money. But we at Emir, we believe in bringing solution to people's doorstep. You know, we solve problems to become rich. So Emir is more than a company. It's a movement. It's God's agenda towards humanity for us to prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. So that is what I'll tell you for sure.
And we've heard so much about this Emir Global having a product called Emir ELIXIR, right?
Yes.
Am I right? And we heard that this product can take support. Let me use the word support because that's actually what it is. That it can support over 200 illnesses. So, Doctor, can you tell us can you elaborate a little on this?
Yes, thank you so much. Before we address that specific question, let's look at the concept of health. Because in our society, we have the hospitals, the ICUs being overcrowded with sick people. And hardly you see a home without people living with contemporary health diseases.
That's right. That's right.
And most of these diseases, not as if it's incurable, but it is as a result of poor healthy habits, which has sustained for decades. And then it becomes a complication that it seems as a sore, a threat to so many families. And that is why you see so many families spending hugely on treatment of health anomalies. This is a disorder as a result of neglect of natural laws, natural health laws, because as humans from birth, God has already endowed us with natural immune responses or defenses, where you consider the bacteria defense mechanisms, the virus, the fungi, and every other microbial defense mechanisms. God endowed every human with these mechanisms. But as a result of the neglect of factors of health, that is why you see people susceptible to various kinds of illness. Mention them: cancer, diabetes, hypertension, stroke, epilepsy, and both diseases that were not prevalent in the time of our ancestors becoming prevalent in our time because of this neglect. So in going back to the question, why is Emiral ELIXIR capable of supporting over 250 illnesses? You now look back to the primordial way of health. From the time immemorial, the pharaohs in the Egypt, we are aware that they never had surgical instruments, the dissecting set, but they were living without undergoing surgery, just like what we have in our time. This component found in ELIXIR, which specifically is called the licorice, is the agent that they were using to sustain a state of health. Now, if you look at the composition of licorice, it contains antibacterial agents, antimicrobial, antiviral agent. That is why it can heal so many illnesses, because it
Wow.
contains mechanisms that can defend against the four major classes of illness: bacteria, virus, fungi, and other germs.
Wow.
So look at the body. What have we done that is making humans susceptible? That is where you now consider the cellular mechanisms. Our body, humans, are a byproduct of cells, cellular
Wow.
function. So when you have optimal cellular function, you have a human living in a state of optimal health and vitality. The cells, as a small unit, has factors that regulate its functions. One is movement of molecules in and out of the cell. They call it active transport. So you are considering a
Active
perfect
transport.
cell where it transports substance in and effectively transport substance outside. Then a cell too capable of having all the various requirements that sustain cellular function. These requirements are the amino acids, the glucose, and the lipids, which are what provides the cellular function or cellular structures. So if a cell is incapable of transporting chemicals or toxins like carbon dioxide and urea out of the cells, then that cell over time will become suppressed. And any human that has millions of cells, we are made of, humans is made of over 4.5 to 5 million cells. So if about 3 million of your cells is already suppressed because of inability for such cells to transport molecules or toxins in and out of the cells, then the entire humans will be completely suppressed of function.
Wow,
So
doctor, that's
you can now
actually
see
so
you
awesome.
can now see a human that is suppressed of liver function, kidney function, cardiac function, and even brain function, or the entire immune function. So in such case, what should you do? What is Emiral Global? What is Emiral ELIXIR capable of doing to the cells? You now look at the supportive function of active transport of molecules. So Emiral, with the composition of licorice and other ingredients, is capable of enabling active transport of lipids, amino acids, and glucose in and out of the cell. By
Wow.
so doing, giving us a more effective cell.
So I guess this is the Emiral ELIXIR,
Yeah,
right?
this is the Emiral ELIXIR.
ELIXIR. Okay.
Then secondly, you look at, there are other functions like oxygen, which is required for active cellular metabolism. Cells that have deficient oxygen supply cannot function effectively. So with Emiral, it enables the supply of oxygen from the lungs and then to the targeted tissues.
Wow.
So since no cell in the body can survive with oxygen, if Emiral help you to deliver 100% volume of oxygen to the cytosol of the cells, then you have the cell performing optimally.
Okay,
Then
doctor, I know if we leave it here as a doctor, you elaborate, and this is actually so. Doctor Ambassador Eugene, as the 001 of Emiral Global, I would like to actually hear a little more from you concerning the efficacy of this amazing product, because as I can see, it's highly efficacious. And also, if you can also tell us if this product is NAFDAC certified. I'd like to hear that from you, sir.
Okay, very well. Like the doctor have just spoken. First of all, we can't come out if it's not NAFDAC certified. We are not like every other companies that will come out with that. We are NAFDAC certified 100%. We are SON certified, which is would meet all the requirements, standard organization of production. We are perfect. Now, when it comes to when it comes to the efficacy, like you have said, Emira contains some ingredients called, one of our key ingredients in Emira is called the Asian licorice. There are different species of licorice, but this particular one you can only see it in Egypt or in Asia, the part of Asia, which is the eastern part. Now, what does the licorice do? As I have said, if you read about the licorice, you will see that it hates. The body is designed to heal himself. So Emira gives the body the required nutrients and all that for the body to heal himself.
Wow.
You understand? So that is why when people talk about actually the product does not know the name of the sickness. It only goes to correct the acidity level, which is one of the primary causes of sickness. You understand? It goes there to correct the acidity level and also aid the immune system back to its normal state for the body to help the body heal itself. So Emira efficacy is 100. It's not something that you could compare with any other. That's why we see cases of testimonies on daily basis, because why? The efficacy is second to none. So, like the doctor have always said, you see, this explanation is in line with what Emira does. That's the reason why Emira can help. When you see Emira help in this sickness, that sickness, diabetes, prostrate, that it is because it gives the body the nutrient, it makes the body heal itself by providing everything that the body needs. The licorice alone contains over 300 compounds that are inside just the licorice. And then outside the licorice, we have other ingredients. We have the papaya, we have the glycyrrhizin, we have other things.
These are the secret ingredients.
Yeah, that is one of our key ingredients. And you can't see it in Africa. You can't see it around. So any other thing you are doing, you can only get that. And we have the patent rights to what we have.
All right. Over to you, young CEO, right? That's a beautiful name. Young CEO. Wow.
Thank you.
I love that name. So now we've heard that a lot of people, Nigerians, even outside Nigerians, they are making so much money from this amazing company called Emiral Global. So can you tell us, even me, I want to make money. So can you tell us how the possibility of making money from Emiral Global?
Okay, thank you very much, Lily Posh, for that amazing question. You know that the natural law to making money or to wealth is having a solution. That's when you have a solution, you can make money. So with Emiral ELIXIR, we have a solution. And the reward that comes after it is money.
That's right.
So we offer what people do not have, and we offer what people need, which is a solution to every health challenge or health situation.
Wow, that's
So
right.
because of the way people are receptive to what we offer, there is a reward to it. So what does the company offers you? We have a franchise system that pays you 1 to 3% for either referring somebody, selling the solution to someone, as you're telling somebody or helping offer solution. Someone has cancer, you offer ELIXIR. Someone has diabetics, whatever, stroke, you offer ELIXIR. It doesn't go just like that. There is a reward. There is a reward for the solution you're offering. So Emiral Global pays you 1% to 3% on the franchise system. It also rewards you from 1% up to 10%, depending on how you come into the company, either as an ambassador or as a franchise owner. So we have those structures already on ground. All you need to do, be empathetic, love to offer solution to people. People are sick in your environment, in your constituency. So
That's
what
right.
can you
People are
offer
really
your
sick.
people? Please offer them ELIXIR. As you're offering them ELIXIR, you get money, you get wealth. The people earn minimum of a 1 million naira in this company on a monthly basis. So I am an insider. I'm a proof.
So you are a
to the
partaker
fact,
of this.
yes, a
Wow.
beneficiary, and a proof to the fact that there is money here. All you need to do is offer solution, and this is solution that we have.
Well, that's an awesome response. And people, you've heard that. Emir ELIXIR. So you be a solution provider, provide solution, and you make money, right?
Exactly.
Wow, that is awesome. I think this is actually very, very easy. So, doctor, do you have any other thing to add to what she had said to us?
Yes, of course. We are living in a world of significant illness where a greater number of people are sick and our environment is contaminated, thereby increasing the sicknesses that inflict humanity. In that aspect, our aim in Emir Global is to ensure people attain a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. The United Nations definition of health is a state of not just complete absence of illness, but a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. That is our objective in Emiral Global, to ensure Nigerians, Africans, and the global community doesn't live with sickness. And I want to ask you now watching this video, are you completely mentally and physically free of illness? If you are living currently sick, it's purely abnormal, because with Emiral ELIXIR, you will live without sickness. If it is proven that humans can live in a state of complete physical, mental, and emotional, social well-being. It is possible, and that is the magic we are revealing right now. How do you attain this physical, emotional, and social well-being? You look at us as humans that are defended by our immune system. If your immune system, when I mean the immune system, we have the platelets, the T and the B lymphocytes. The T, B lymphocytes are those mechanisms that defend you against every disease, bacteria, virus, and fungi. So if you have activated your immune system with Emiral ELIXIR, that implies you will not be heading to the hospital in the next 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, even in the next 5 years. This is my 15 years without being sick. I've not been to the hospital.
Wow, doctor, that's amazing.
It's purely a lifestyle changes. Yeah, my friends can testify that I've not been admitted before in the hospital. It's respect to health rules. This is the same thing I'm revealing to everyone in this video. You don't need to get sick before you start treating yourself. With Emir Global, we are introducing a lifestyle adjustment where you can adopt and never get sick in your life. Your family members, your parents, your children never get sick. So you cut the cost of expenses on healthcare. How do you achieve this? Boost your immune system with 40 ml of Emiral ELIXIR on daily basis. You will never be sick because it creates.
Which means every home must have this, right?
Yes, it's compulsory. If you want to stay without being sick, like most of the families that are in Emiral ELIXIR, then you need to take this. You need this in your family as a husband, as a wife, as a parent, and as a friend. Introduce it to people that you know are already sick. We don't know the name of the illness. If your immune system is activated, it forms a defensive barrier against every kind of illness. Imagine that you have sustained a very active cellular environment, then that means there will be no prostate cancer. You will not have malaria and typhoid. Time and again, we are seeing people being sick this month, the next 2-3 months in Africa. So you will see people living without malaria and typhoid sickness, no blood pressure increase, no stroke. All those illness, when you have corrected your cells, keep it in a state of health and functionality, then there will be no sickness in families anymore.
Thank you so much, doctor. That was a very good expansion. And also, and I believe with all that you have said, both of you have said, it means this is like an empowerment, right? It's like a health empowerment and a wealth empowerment, if I can use that word. And this is like a movement. So if you're out there, don't forget, Emiral ELIXIR is a product that every home must have. So which means even little kids can have this. They can take, you can use this for your little kids from a year old and take care of yourself. Not until you are sick before you can use Emiral ELIXIR. So use Emiral ELIXIR for your personal maintenance, right? For body maintenance. So some people just believe that they have to be sick before they will take things like this or before they will go to hospital. No, I think this is organic. And your body is already organic, so you need an organic product to maintain your body systems. So stick around, don't go anywhere, and follow us on our next edition.
Thank you so much, everyone. And my parting message to everyone in the world right now is, if you are seeing this video, this message goes specifically to leaders, church leaders, community leaders, governors in the states, and presidents. Don't give your people rice and money. Give them Emiral ELIXIR. When people are healthy, they can make money for themselves.
That's right.
So make the next move, your next empowerment, be cartons of ELIXIR to your constituency as a Federal House of Assembly member or a senator, even a governor or a chairman of the council. Empower your people with Emiral ELIXIR, and they will live forever to be grateful to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you.